In a nice semi-final this weekend, and to give their thoughts on who'll skate off with the trophy, please welcome Torvill and Jayne. Oh, it's lovely to have you. I cannot believe it's a semi-final already.
I know, it just seems to fly by at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you have said, and indeed lots of people have said, really this year is particularly good. I mean, Wes has been up there with 10s at this point as well. I just
Jayne
think
gave the first 10.
Yes, first 10, exactly. Yeah. James, who I think is really good, actually. I have a soft spot for James. Brian as well. I mean, they're all there at this point. It's a very difficult semi-final and final, isn't it, really, with the quality?
Because we've got 4 left, and they're all good, and 2 of them are going to be in the skate-off.
Yeah.
So it's which 2? You know the story. I mean, it's just hard. Sometimes you lose a good one at this stage.
And it's that 5th judge at home that really makes the difference.
Yeah.
The people that are voting.
Yeah.
Because they'll get a placement from us, but then the audience at home get their choice, and that's what depends on who goes into that skate-off.
Can I ask you, because there were 2, the last 2 women were both in the skate-off, weren't they? And obviously you saved Sarah. Is it easier being a novice man skating than it is being a novice woman? Because as the woman, you're kind of being lifted and having to do all of this, and the men are kind of a bit more sort of solid on the ice, aren't they?
Well, getting solid on the ice, I'm going to say there's a few unsolid guys out there. I think it's... Well, I'm going to stick up for the men here.
No, I agree.
I think it's quite hard for the guys, because to be able to lift on the ice, it's like you're lifting on marbles. And so they haven't got the stability. And the partner's got to trust them to lift them, put them in the air, rotate if they can, and then put them back on the ice cleanly.
And that's what I want to ask you about, because I think they start raving bonkers to let we all say that, don't they?
It's the toughest show to do, I think.
They're like fierce little fairies, aren't they? They're just like, yeah, come on, pick me up, throw me around. How do you feel about that? Do you worry about them sometimes?
I worry about some of them. I know how it feels, and you know, for me it's fine, and you have to have the trust in your partner. But I think it's hard for the male celebrity, and even harder for the professional that's being lifted by the male celebrity. They've got to have absolute trust that they're going to be able to cope.
When they're rubbish?
Well, then you don't get lifted. You don't. You stay on the ground.
There are degrees, you know. They walk through the process. They work with the coaches to get them to a stage where they can either lift or we don't.
Hasn't Brian dropped his partner a couple
Several times.
But she's fearless. I mean, she's very brave. But they work really well together. They have a really good relationship. So there is that trust there.
Is it a little bit annoying, though, when kind of personality takes over skill?
Well, you know,
what are you talking about?
This is it's a skill-based competition, but personalities are definitely involved, and it's about the entertainment of the show. And so that's the audience that get to decide that. Well,
I love it when...
I mention no names.
I think it's really important that you have people, just like with the dance show, Strictly Come Dancing as well, it's really important to have people that can't do it, that aren't just skill-based. Isn't it? I mean,
so it has to be a mix.
Otherwise, it will be a competition, like a real competition, a competitive competition. And so it is about characters. It is about entertainment.
And Gemma herself actually said when she went out, it's time, and actually I probably should have gone out a couple of weeks ago. So
but that's why it is important to have the audience involved, though, isn't it? Because otherwise you would just pick the expert skaters, and then we'd be bored.
Well, that's also the You bored?
No! I mean, if the audience can't keep their favourite people in, they might not watch.
And I think that's going to be really interesting.
Sorry, I'm not bored. No, you don't put me at all.
That's really interesting going into the semi-finals, because all 4 people, you know, they've got different skills. And, you know, people might say, well, Brian's not the best skater. But having said that, he's really popular.
And he's improved.
And he's improved as well. He's really come along. And he's quite a character. And I think people really love that side of the show as well.
I have to ask you about our Syra. I mean, we had a WhatsApp group going, didn't we? We were just so behind her. She loved every blooming second of it. Go on, say how brilliant she was, just for us.
No, well, I was the head judge on her first skate-off, and I actually saved her.
We remember.
Which I hate that.
We remember that.
And I saved her, and I did say, I'm still waiting for my bottle of champagne.
Oh, bribery will get you everywhere.
So we can see you both the final, isn't it? That we're going to see
yes,
you
we're
both
going to be
perform
skating
again.
at the final, yeah.
Which will be
lovely.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
I got to say, when I was working on Dancing on Ice for that little short period, and the two of you would come out, and honestly, it was like the whole room went quiet. It was like Torfil and Dean are taken to the ice. It was the most exciting, wonderful moment, and it's so beautiful to see you both loving skating still, you know?
Yeah, we are. We're still enjoying it. I mean, I said to Jayne today, and she hates hearing this, but we're always one closer to our last performance, and we don't know when that is.
Yeah.
Well, we're of an age now
Are you a
where
little
it's
bit
getting
stiff
there.
the day after these days?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few
Practices,
weeks.
actually.
Yeah.
Not just
Most
the
days.
performances. Yeah, no, it takes a lot longer these days to prep, and so it takes more effort to be ready for it. Absolutely.
We still enjoy it, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Great.
And she gets better every day.
Still improving.
No, of course. Well, like we say, it's going to be a good semi-final this Sunday, 6 p.m. on ITV. Thank you so much.
Thank
We look
you.
forward to seeing the final with you both.
Thank you.